Good morning, all of you. So we'll continue with the gravitation chapter. So today we'll discussing about the self energy and the gravitational pressure. The very small topics are there. Any good application numericals can also be asked here. I think incidentally the questions in the first week only they've asked it. I don't know teacher whether it's in schedule or not. So these things are very small topic. Let me finish off and some application problems also will do it. Possibility of it. Till now they didn't ask any application. I'll cover few application problems so that you'll get an exact picture like if any related to this, if they ask question, how to apply this idea. What do you mean by self energy? The basic definition, first we'll define. What it is, work done by an external agent in, in constructing a system of mass m. Work done by an external agent in constructing a system of mass m that will become self energy of the system. And where do it available? It will be available in and around the body. And what all this work done? Work done means like I will do some work, no? And where do it will go? It will be available as the gravitational field energy. So since we don't have any idea of the lines of force or gravitation energy density, so I'll just stop it here only. I think if you check it, no, some books they're given gravitational field. Even I also drew some lines of force, but we should not draw. Till now, we don't have an exact picture about the gravitational lines of force. No, so we don't have anything called like a gravitation energy density. Any reason for that? Why it is? Suppose say it's my view. I don't know what others think. Suppose say there's a object is there. This one. So now, can I nullify this the gravity by accelerating this? A pseudo force will come. So what is it now? Force acting on this object here now. If ma equal to mg, then shall I say that the net force will be 0? Of course, the tension will act, or let me put it like this here. mg will act and let the lift accelerate down. Then if a equal to g, what will happen to effect of mg? Will be nullified, no? And there won't be normal contact. So in which frame? This person says that there is no weight. And the person in the ground, what will come in that one? What be equations? mg minus n equal to ma. So since a equal to g, so therefore n equal to 0. So shall I say this ma is nullifying this effect of mg? If the really gravitational force were fundamental force, if this were really fundamental force, it should never get nullified, no? This is what my view. So I may not say it's like some sort of like a fundamental force, not like electromagnetic force. Some are of this view. I think maybe we have to wait for further research to really conclude this particular thing. So what is mg minus a will become effective weight here. So by making a equal to 0, so in one frame, what happened? It will may not exist. mg is acting, they'll be nullified here. So if it were fundamental, it should not get nullified. That's what actually what we say, like Coulomb force will not get nullified. Electromagnetic force will not get nullified here. Gravitational force can get nullified. So this is one of the claims they're telling. So there's nothing called like a gravitational force. It is some all depends upon situation. Don't call it a fundamental force, some are saying. Nothing wrong, because when they enter into non-initial frame, no, they come across situation of like this. Okay, anyway, like still under gravitational lines of force, like gravitation, energy density, all these are, let's not bother because we don't have any suitable information. So I'm just going to list out things. Gravitation, energy density, gravitation, lines of force. So these things should not be there. If you look at the most of the best books, no, they'll try to avoid discussion on these things. But I don't know what happened to our most of the books in India. They're going for this also. See, when scientific world has not accepted, you're not supposed to bring your own ideas, no, which is not verified by anybody. Try to avoid discussion anything on these things because we don't have any firm conclusion. So I'll just proceed keeping these two away from our discussion. Okay, fine. Because see, we have to follow certain scientific rules. So you also don't read any material because we don't have any firm conclusion. Just leave this two. Okay, now work done by X agent in constructing a system of mass m. Where do this work done by X agent will go? Means, let's ask that one. We will construct a building. Who will construct that building? Don't say I have constructed. You have paid money. Who will construct? The workers? No. So they have constructed a building. This house. No. From where this house has come, somewhere the material sand will be available here, and that will be picked up. Who will do work? The workers, no. So work the exchange into what happened now will be available as self energy of this building. So you may find this difficult. I think when you make chapati, I think you take wheat flour. No, what is the wheat flour? Will be available like this. Then you will make it dough. No, then when you roll it, you'll get a chapati. Am I right? Now, to make this dough, what happen? You're supposed to do work, no? Or just by you look at the wheat flour and you'll get dough and it'll become chapati. It's not like this, no? Chapati spelling. Okay, yeah. Will it become like this? So wheat flour is there. What you should do? You should pour water, and then you have to mix it up. Then you have to roll everything. That one minimum 5-10 minutes. If you don't spend energy, what happen will not be available. So to make a dough from wheat flour, what happen? We are supposed to do work, no? I did work. No, what all I did mechanical work that is available as self energy. And where it is available, where all the field strength is non-zero, there the energy will be available. Where all the gravitational field strength is non-zero, there energy available. So where all gravitational field is there inside as well as outside. So where this self energy will be available, it will be spreaded inside and also outside till where till infinity. Means what all we did work, it is available in total universe. Shall I put like this? It is available inside this dough of radius r, and also what happened till infinity. It's available. So this yellow color is now what you can say gravitational field energy. What all you did work, it will get spread everywhere like this till where till infinity. I think try to imagine. So very. So what is this? What I should call field. The field will be present also inside, no? So in this yellow color is what now? The self energy of this particular dough. We are supposed to calculate that self energy of different shaped objects. Let's see that the mathematics to what shapes it will permit to calculate. Getting the idea? This one. So now the house in which you are living now. Tell me like from how it has come. The workers, what happened? They have spent their mechanical energy. Their mechanical energy now what happened got converted into self energy, and because of that, the house is surviving. Okay, let's start with the first self energy of a shell. Self energy of a thin shell. So initially there is no shell. This having a mass m. Then I will add, I'll keep on add mass dm. And it has become mass. Radius is r only. Don't think the radius has changed. From small m, it has become capital M. So initially what happened, it will have only mass m. Or let's say that, how do it will come? Just imagine that if nothing is there, as you keep on add this particular mass dm like this, infinitesimal mass dm, then the mass of the shell what will happen from 0 to capital M it will become. And this is a thin shell. Who will add this mass? Action agent. So what that action agent? He will, you will be carrying that mass dm. I'll write it nearby only. You'll carry that mass dm, and from infinity, E is at infinity. From infinity, you will walk slowly from where? From infinity to, you will add mass onto the surface. Like that happen when you keep on add mass, it will become a thin shell of mass capital M and radius r. So try to imagine this is some sort of like a plastic, or so like a plastic thin balloon is there. Let's assume that one. So you want to construct a golden shell. So what you are going to do, you are going to add a gold, no? First small patch. First you'll add a mask. That patch will go here. Like that, what when you keep on add mass, this one. So what happen, the golden shell it will become. Able to imagine? Then remove that plastic shell. Remove that plastic layer. So that plastic layer will not have any marks. Okay, how to do this one? How to find out that self energy of the shell? One problem is what, we don't have gravitational energy density. So there's no other way. We should take help of the basic mathematics here. Work done by an X-ray agent in moving a mass from one point to another point. Can you remember any formula? Work done by X-ray agent in moving a work done by X-ray agent in moving a mass from infinity to point P. There's a basic formula. Can you remember this? From where to where he will move? And this will become Vp minus V infinity. What is the potential at infinity? Will be zero. Potential on the surface. How much potential? Minus Gm by R. So now this what all work done, I'll write only dW. dm minus gmr. And what is the potential at infinity due to this shell? Will be zero. So this what all I did work will be available as self energy. So this will be minus g by r m dm. How much of mass finally? If I keep on add mass dm, it will become from 0 to capital M. Earlier there was no shell. So like there's no mass here, no? Then a thin shell of mass capital M and radius r it has come. So 0 to capital M. So this will become US is equal to minus G M square by 2R. This much of work we should do. What do you mean by negative? It's an attractive force. To tell that gravitational force is attractive force, there is a negative sign. In fact, the person does positive work only. The person does positive work. Work done by external agent should be this much here. Work done by gravitational force should be infinity 2p. Work done by external agent should be, this is the formula. Now, okay, let's try to understand what actually it is. So like you are saying self energy. Okay, let's do one thing. You want to construct a building. The workers should do work. What happened? The work done by external agent, where it has gone? It is available as self energy. Where it is? Where all the field strength due to that building is non-zero, there that mechanical energy will be available. Okay, now to construct Hyderabad 1,000 years back, there was no Hyderabad city. Will you agree? There's no Hyderabad city. Maybe small village might have been there. Who had constructed this Hyderabad, modern Hyderabad city? The workers. So what all work the exchange, all the workers from 15th century to 20th century is available as self energy of this Hyderabad city. And where it is available? From in the Hyderabad city to till infinity, this self energy is available. Work done by extra agent like this. Some to construct a city, somebody should do work. No, okay, no. To construct India, somebody might have done work. To construct this world, somebody might have done work. To construct this solar system, somebody might have done work. To construct this universe, galaxies, somebody might have done work. And according to the modern like a scriptures, what we have, billions of universe are there, not one universe. To construct the billions of universe, somebody should do work. No, can we construct Earth? Any human beings, can they construct Earth? No. So somebody should be there. What is that somebody? We call it as supernatural power, the science, or the scriptures call him God or Bhagwan or Allah or anything, or Almighty, or God or anything that one. So without somebody, what when on its own building will come, your building like that will come. Nothing. Somebody should be there, no? So to construct this Earth, to construct this solar system, to construct these galaxies, to construct this universe, somebody should be there. Just imagine how how much of power you'll be having to construct this Earth. Try to calculate the later on at the end of the chapter. I'll give the formula for a solid sphere. Substitute the mass of the Earth, radius of the Earth, and G, and check the energy. Like that solar system, like that universes. So many billions of stars are there, billions of universes. So it's so powerful, no? That's why what happened? We call him as the Almighty God. Almighty. Mighty means what means? Very powerful. And there's nobody is there equivalent to him. Or in the scriptures, what we'll call him as Bhagwan or Allah or Akbar. Akbar means you are a great. In what sense great? Great in all sense. So like this, no, some ideas are there where which will directly take us to the what? Till creativity. The self energies. For us, maybe numerical, but for scientists, all these are something very, very essential to define that creation, how universe has come. For them, it's very important here. So to enter that higher level, no, so they need all these backgrounds. That's why they introduced here. Okay, now we'll International Space Station. Okay, it's fun. It has to be constructed, no? So it has to be work, has to be done. So they calculate. So like that, it's not easy. Past 20 years or when we are constructing it, very small International Space Station. So to construct such a billions of universe, tell me like, and so the God. So all these are very beautiful. Whenever you get a free time, no, try to think all this, not just like simple only question answer that one. Try to analyze, okay, how this creation, so how that person who has created this universe, how he will be, from where he will get energy, he will have on his own, or is so energetic that, and according to the science, what is telling, only 1/4 of energy is what the supernatural power is spending. Remaining 3/4 is available, and energy is conserved. No doubt, energy is conserved. 3/4 of energy still it's there with him. Only 1/4 is spending. This 1/4 itself we are unable to measure. Just imagine. Okay, before this universe, how it will be? So even the space will be created by the God. That's what the scientist is telling. Even the space is what created by the God. So when you get a free time, no, just do think on that one. Nothing wrong. Okay, no, this is self energy of a shell. Where do this? We know where the gravitational field is present. The gravitational field is present. I think I should give small idea. So shall we just shade like this? Till where we have to shade this yellow color? Till infinity. So what is this? This is the energy. That yellow color is what energy? And till where it will present? It will present till infinity. I think in the notebook or on the diagram, I cannot show infinity. So I'll put dotted like this. Till infinity, but inside the shell it will not be there because the field strength inside the shell is non-zero, and that is mass m. Now this idea, now we have to utilize to construct a solid sphere. I'll scroll down. Next one, find the self energy of a solid sphere. Solid sphere of mass m and radius r. So initially there is nothing. No, you can say only space is available here. I'll start like this. Only space is available. Then first what happen? And this is our only one time I'll draw the person, and he will carry mass dm. That dm I'll show like this. Where is that at this particular location? Here what happened? It has been. So first time what happened in a space? No, you need not to do any work. No, you need not to do any work. So here what happened? He will move from infinity to this particular point, and he will place that dm here. You need not to do any work. Second time. So depend like that. Second time when he's bringing another dm, definitely now due to this dm there'll be potential. So now what happened? First when he's carrying dm, he need not to do any work. After placing one dm, next time when he's carrying that dm, or say I suggest you like, because we have to construct a solid sphere, no? So can I bring whole sphere from infinity to this point? Not possible. I had to construct. I'm using word construct. Suddenly, can you bring means like a building? Suddenly, workers will bring building from one place and they'll keep it, and your home got over. Not like that, no. How do the workers? So, what is the building basic material? The brick, cement, sand, cement. That one. So, what is the brick? The brick will become dm. So, like that, the action agent to construct a solid sphere, he will carry one brick. Let's assume. First time when he's bringing one brick, he know to do what? Second brick when he's bringing, the first brick will be there. Due to this first brick, there'll be field, and he has to do work. So like that, what he'll keep on add bricks and so at one instant after some time. So what do we get? We get a sphere of radius r and mass m. There's a solid sphere. No, when he's adding this, when he's adding, so if you may get confused, so that brick I'll show like this, that elemental mass will be like this here. Third, now like this open, he keep on does work, and we got a solid sphere of radius small r and capital M. Finally what happened? This is our goal. What is this? This is our goal. So he has to construct a sphere of mass capital M and radius capital R. We'll agree this. So after adding this, I think I'll shift it down. No, the person will walk. So he'll be somewhere here. Now, when you add this mass dm to this, the mass of the thickness of this will slightly increase, no? Will slightly increase. Then we'll get a, so where that dm I to show, that dm I to show it here like that. So how much thickness? Earlier it was r, the thickness was r. Now it has slightly increased by how much dr. This was having a mass, and when I added dm mass to it, like that, I'll from small dot what happened? I'll keep on add mass dm, the layer by layer, layer by layer. Finally, it increases, and finally, it has become this one. So initial, this is the initial space. What was the mass? Zero. This is the final. And like this, what happened? The exchange agent will be adding this one. So now, with the help of this diagram, we have to find out what is work done by exchange agent to construct a, such a solid sphere. In books, they have given some formula where the concept is not reflected, because I think as you go for application, we need what actually meaning of that. They've just brought it some sort of like a mathematics. That's why I'm trying to avoid that particular discussion. If you want, you can refer. I think most of the books, they are just give some idea where the method is not reflected. Means like layer by layer, layer by layer. What happened? The thickness will keep on increase from mass. Earlier it was zero. Now finally it has become dm. So I'm interested in particular thing. So again, the same basic formula will proceed here. Who will add that layer by layer? Who will increase that layer? So that green color layer keep on increases, and the thickness from zero will become capital R. External agent only. The external agent only. Okay, I'll give some time. Okay, this one. Just please do put effort, and I'll give 1 minute timer, because just now what I told you, you're supposed to write equations and work out. Now, what is the work done by exchange agent in moving a elemental mass dm from infinity to, we'll keep this in the end. Yeah. Infinity to point P. Point P means on the surface, to the surface. So what is the basic formula? Work done by exchange agent. I think it's exchange agent only, so I'll write it here. Infinity to point P is equal to dm. What is the potential at infinity? Will be zero. I'll write only dw. This is work done by exchange agent equal to, this is dm. What is dm? This particular dm, green color layer, mass of green color layer. How much it is mass of green color layer? Rho 4 pi r square dr. I think more than this, I don't have any other expression. You are supposed to assume this one. What is the potential on the surface? Minus gm by r. What is m? This is sphere, solid. So what is m? M should be, and potential at infinity due to this solid sphere will be zero. So this should be equal to minus of rho 4 pi r square dr. Now what is m? Rho 4 by 3 pi r cube. Let's adjust all the things. 4 pi rho square, 3 will be there, g will be there, r to power of 4 r to power of 4 dr. No, what was earlier? Earlier there was nothing, no? It was the empty space, no? And I keep on add the layer by layer. Then what went from 0 to capital R to construct a solid sphere? Earlier, what was the radius? 0. Now it has become capital R. So therefore, what should be the limit now? The limit should be, and what all we did, this is the self energy. Negative sign will come here. So this self energy US should be equal to minus r to power of 5 by 5. Substitute rho equal to, what you should write rho finally? Finally, what happened? It has become density, no? So rho should be 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here, don't substitute small r. Small r has become capital R, no? Even the density, what happened now will be rho 4 by 3 pi r cube. So here, this rho, what happened? You are going to write it as 4 by 3 pi r cube. Substitute all this, solve. You'll get the self energy of this 3g m square, capital M square by 5r. Mass of the earth, we know, radius of the earth, g value substitute and check that energy. It's a very huge energy. Like that universal solar system, so many things, no? How much powerful the God is. That's what this gravitation is telling that one. Okay, do calculation later on. I'll proceed to the next part. So this is about the self energy of a solid sphere. Now, okay, let's, our curiosity has increased. So now what we do, we'll go for, let's find out the self energy of a disk. Let's see that where we'll end up. How the disk will come? How the disk of mass m will come? How chapati will come? Suddenly. Now how to construct a disk of mass m? Sir, what is there? First we'll make a sphere, then we'll roll it, we'll get the disk. That is work done. Then what happened? Work done by X-ray agent to construct, to work done by X-ray agent to convert solid sphere to circular disk, that will become. But what I'm asking, self energy of this one. Work done. Suppose, say, sir, what is there? Like a dough will be there. If you roll it, we'll get chapati. Then there's a self energy. No, that not become self energy. What will become? It will become work done. Work by X-ray agent to convert solid sphere into a circular disk. I'm asking self energy. So they may ask you things of like this also. If you know the self energy of this, the difference of this is what? Work done by X-ray agent. I'm asking self energy of a circular disk. Huh? So don't think like this here. So again, so what we should do, we should assume an elemental. So how do circular disk will come? From a ring. So elemental ring. So first, like this, I'll increase the mass of the ring from this one. How do, like, elemental ring is there? So that elemental ring mass has to be keep on like this. I should increase the radius from 0 to capital R, no? Agreed. So we do have any formula? No, we don't have formula. What is this? Like, yes, only for few bodies, what we are able to construct. Of course, don't think that we cannot calculate. With the help of the double surface integral volumetric, we are able to tell the mathematics what we know at our level will not permit. Work done to construct a sheet, large sheet. Self energy of this, self energy of a ring, self energy of a rod. So what is the biggest problem? We don't have the mathematics at our level to give that one. So therefore you can just have a thought. If you want, you can try. I'm not against it. If you want, you can try. So find the self energy of following objects. If you want, you try it. Now a small doubt will come. What is a small doubt? Like a already we discussed interaction potential. So what is this interaction potential? The self energy. So this we can better understand if we can bring. So the shell of radius A, thin shell. Both are thin shells, mass m1 and m2. They are separated by a distance r. No. Where r is very much greater than A, very much greater than B. What is the total energy of system? The total energy of system is self energy plus interaction potential. What is the self energy? Self energy of this shell. So what is the formula? G m1 square by 2A. Self energy of this shell, G m2 square by 2B. Then interaction potential G m1 m2 by R. I will do like this. Okay, got this one. So the interaction potential is different from the self energy. What is UI? UI will become interaction potential. US will become self energy, and this will become total energy. This UI is what, sir, why you are writing G m1 m2? Because they are separated by large distance, R very much greater than A. Then how do these two will appear? Like a point mass. So I'm treating G m1 m2 by R. So there's a one formula like this, we'll write it. And this, you look at these two quantities. They are called like a self energy. So there's a difference between interaction. Don't think again that interaction potential is self energy. No, self energy is what? Work done by X agent to mechanical work done by X agent to construct a system. This interaction is due to gravitational field. If you take them to infinity, then this interaction will become zero. So interaction potential of a thin shell, I think we should not discuss. Interaction between two objects will come. Self energy for individual object. What is the self energy between objects? Wrong way of asking. Able to understand? I'm trying to give the basic idea. We should never say self energy between the two objects. Wrong thing. The quantity itself is not defined. Self energy is defined for a given system. Interaction potential is defined for a pair of a system. This is for a system. This is for pair of a system. Okay, there's a one basic difference there. Now I release them. If I release them, tell me what will happen to that. They'll start accelerating. Then which energy will decrease? The self energy will remain constant. The interaction potential just decreases here. So let me take small diagram. Two shells are there. Radius B, and they're separated by a distance say like a R. Now finally the separation has become, okay, we can't, I'm interested in this one. Yeah. So the separation has become X now. Earlier it was No, it is X. So when I go and check it, no, they're moving with a speed v1, v2. From where this kinetic energy for the shells has come, the decrease in potential energy got converted to increase in kinetic energy. But what will happen to the self energy? Self energies will remain same as it is. So which energy is decreasing? Not self energy, interaction potential energy. Then what is the equation we write it? G m1 m2 by R equal to G m1 m2 x plus then conservation of linear momentum. Release from rest, release from rest. There's a basic idea. So the decrease in interaction potential G got converted into increase in kinetic energy. Self energy of the shells will remain as it is. Agreed now? This is now there is a shell is there of mass m. I will increase its radius from A to B. Thin shell. Who will do this? External agent. An external agent increases the radius of thin shell from A to B. Find work done by external agent. It will do some work here, no? On its own, it will not change. Some external agent should put some effort. So work done by external agent, what is the formula? Should be always plus delta U. So UF minus UI. What is the final energy? Minus GM square by 2B minus of GM square by 2A. This is the self energy. Solving this, GM square by 2, 1 by A minus 1 by B, or GM square by 2AB, B minus A. This much of work the external agent should do. If you want to convert the sphere to the disk, he has to do work. Again, calculate that particular thing, self energy. So these are the things are there. Okay, now I'm just, nowadays we have many spiritual teachers, no? Or what you can call babas, or some pastors in church, or mullahs in the mosque. They will do something, and what they do, they'll bring some spiritual objects, no? Like shivling, then one tabiz they'll give, one watch they'll give, or one cross they'll give. Is it possible? E equal to mc square, check it. Suppose say to bring 1 kg of substance, so watch 1 kg is substance, so 1 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 joules. This much of energy, not possible. So something golmaal is there. Do apply science. They'll do like this, and they'll show the vibhuti, tabis they'll give. Nowadays I seen some one pastor there, he will give cross like a made up of gold. Now we have seen some tabis like this they'll give, then somebody vibhuti they'll give, powder, then shivlings they'll give. So you look at the E equal to mc square and check it, no, it's something this much of energy not possible. and this what will happen only in the beginning of universe this is happening, but as such we don't have method. This one only inside the nucleus what happened this is occurring. Outside the nucleus how do this occurs we don't know. And the spiritual teachers when we go and ask, no, I interacted with one of the person because I'm so curious that one. He said that E equal to mc square, I'm converting the mass to that one. See those people are very intelligent, huh? They know that some science people will come and tackle, so they are giving expression like this. Then I just calculated, is it possible to possess such my, yes, I'm very energetic, I'll do meditation, I'll do scriptures, I'll get that spiritual energy. With that spiritual energy I'm converting that into mass. I told like, so why don't you do some other thing? Why only this object? No, 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 that particular things are there. So why don't you bring one tablet, very good tablet, which will cure the diseases? When we ask, no, 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 like there are some conditions are there. So if really that particular spiritual teacher were interested, no, you would have, instead of giving cross, vibhuti or this or shivling or any other thing, no, tabis, they should have brought one good tablet, no, or coronavirus tablet. So please do analyze with help of science. Huh? The reason why I'm telling is even the person from like a research labs, they're also, they follow this such teachers. I'm not against them, but at least there should be some science involved, no? They should explain the science involved or they should not do that one. Okay, no, let's come. Okay, don't get hurt because what I'm speaking with this, you may get hurt with the teacher what you're following, but with science, what happened? I'm asking explanation. The, nobody is able to explain that because this is a general thing where the whole world has accepted. So definitely, what you should be able to explain using this also. Okay, let's come for this one. So like that, this about the self energy idea. Okay, now let's go for the next topic called as gravitational pressure. Now, why do this gravitational pressure, it becomes very important here. Gravitational pressure means gravitational force per unit area will become the gravitational pressure. So why the discussion of this is very important. So suppose say if you look at the how black holes will come. Suppose say a star. So once its fuel gets over, what is the fuel there? The hydrogen. Once fuel gets over, then everything will become like some neutron, no? Or say helium. Helium will be available. Then the stars are so massive that the gravitational attractive force, what happen will compress that particular star. The stars what happen which will be, whose mass will be something great, 2 or 3 4 5 times that of the sun. Such a huge massive stars, they start collapsing under action of that the gravitational attractive force. A gravitational pressure will be created, and finally open they'll become the size of cricket ball. So they'll become super dense material, and they will become a black hole. So there what happen, the idea of the gravitational pressure will come. Means next question you can ask. So why not the moment star is formed, it will collapse? Why only it should collapse? Why it should start collapse after some time? When the when the fusion reaction occurs, there what happen, the radiation pressure. The radiation pressure will balance the gravitational pressure. Due to nuclear reaction that is undergoing there, it will generate a radial outward force that's called a radiation pressure. This radiation pressure will be balanced by the gravitational force or gravitational attractive force. As long as these two are equal, the star will not collapse. Once the fuel gets over, then no longer reaction will take place. No longer that radial outward force will be provided due to the radiation pressure. Then what happens? Only due to gravitational attractive force, the star starts collapsing and will become a black hole. So there the idea of gravitational pressure has come into picture. So that I'm going to introduce here. No? We are not going to discuss anything black hole. The necessity of the necessity comes in the formation of black hole gravitational pressure. So we will have a small idea. No, I want gravitational pressure inside a solid sphere at a distance r. I think already an exam came. Find the gravitational pressure at a distance r inside a solid sphere of mass m and radius r. So this is a solid sphere. Complete solid it is. Is asking gravitational pressure at a distance smaller. How you define pressure? Force per unit area. Force per unit area is what we say pressure, no? First of all, why that force will come? Okay, you analyze. Let me have a water. Okay, let's begin like this. I'll at least start it here. One better diagram will take it. So there's a sphere is there. Let me assume a layer inside. Okay, fine. Now a thin layer we have brought it. So let this radius of this layer be smaller. The radius of this is capital R. The thickness of this layer. So let me take small x here. Thickness of this dx. And this layer, will it experience any force? Will it experiences any force? Yes, no? Just the outside layer, the weight of that will act, simplest way. I don't want to put lot of mathematics here. The weight of this part will act on this thin shell. So what I'm assuming is here like a thin shell, that one. So continuously open, there'll be a force. So here the force will be in this direction. Why do this red color arrow will come? The mass which is present outside the thin shell will try to compress it. And that compressive force per unit area will become gravitational pressure. So what all we took this is a thin shell. This everything is a solid sphere. This everything is a solid sphere where it is. Solid sphere. The thin shell is what we assumed it here. The mass which is present outside what pen, its weight will act on this thin shell, on the surface of shell, and that radial inward force per unit area will become the gravitational pressure. That we have to calculate here at a distance x. A smaller, okay, let it be x time being. No. how to get that one. So I'll get into the basic formula. df is equal to, if you go back again, if there's a gravitational field, any mass present here, will it experience any force? Yes, it will experience a force, no? And what is that df? E into dm. If any mass present in in a gravitational field experience a force. Similarly, what happens? Shall I assume that the thin shell is present in the field? Field of what? Field of what here? No. Here, what is the field strength? How much this field strength? At a distance x, what is the field strength? You write it. E is equal to gm x by r cube. Can you remember this field inside the uniform gravitational field strength? Now this particular, what is dm? Mass of this. Take some color. Yeah. Now same shall I apply it. If I keep a point mass in a gravitational field, it will experience a force. What is EDM? Similarly, a thin shell of radius x and mass dm, thickness dx, is present in this field. No, this field will produce the solid sphere. So then, what is the force? Force acting on thin shell should be equal to df is equal to E into dm. This initial assumption is very important. Rest all mathematics, you see, it's over. The problem will get over here. And what is the mass of that? 4 pi x square dx is the volume of shell into density. Now look at this force. One more thing, we have to go for this force. How is x measured? How is x measured? The x is measured radially outward. No? How is this force is acting opposite? So df by dx. If you calculate the df by dx will be negative. Why do this negative sign is brought? Because as x is measured, or we'll write it, df and dx are measured in opposite direction. That's all over. So like how at a distance x, that one, how we measure x? Radially outward. And what about the df? The df force is acting like this. The df force is acting. So sir, you're not showing df. Where is the df? Yes, if you want. Not at one point. Not at one point. It will act on throughout the surface of the thin shell. Force acting on thin shell. Is it agreed? Shown by red color arrows, indicated by red color arrows. Okay, rest all. And this area, what is surface area of the shell? 4 pi x squared. So the gravitational pressure df is equal to df by 4 pi x squared. Because how you define pressure? Force by area. This should be equal to how much? Gm minus rho gm r cube x into dx. So this is a gravitational pressure. So minus rho gm r cube x dx. Keep it here now. Let's come for this one. Let's some very important thing is there here. What is the pressure on the surface of the solid sphere? Nobody is there outside, no, here to exert a pressure. Nobody is there to exert force at this particular point. Why the pressure at this point? Because of this particular mass of this one. Here, what is the pressure? Pressure here will be zero. The gravitational pressure on the surface should be zero because there's nobody is there outside the sphere to exert here force. Able to understand? So therefore, the limit at a distance capital R or at a distance capital R, it should be, pressure should be 0. At a distance small r, the pressure is C. I'll put it gravitational pressure Pg. You integrate, substitute the value of rho, you'll get the required answer. So the gravitational pressure 0 minus Pg equal to minus rho Gm r cube x square by 2 capital R small r to capital R. So this negative sign I'll adjust for this. Pg is equal to G rho m r cube 2r cube r square minus small r square. Put small r equal to capital R. I think it's justified, no? Because there's nobody is there to exert force on the surface of solid space. So therefore the gravitational pressure there will be 0. Put small r equal to 0. Put small r equal to 0. Then G rho m by 2r. There is a pressure at point O. So here it is under maximum pressure. I think it's very important to study some planets, everything. Suppose if you take the geology, all these ideas are very important. This gravitational pressure is something plays very, very important role in formation of all the metals inside the earth. No, so when we go for the mining, no, the gravitational pressure matters a lot. No? So time being, I'm just explaining with the help of the concept what we know to this extent here. So if you go for Olympiad, they mix with this with the nuclear fusion. You should be very careful. Okay, this is our final answer. Again, if you want density, you write it 4 by 3 pi m r cube, m into density called mass by 4 by 3 pi r cube, then simplify it. This is about the gravitational pressure. Means only with respect to this, can't there be any other way of thing? So let's do one thing. Let's take two plates. I want the gravitational pressure exerted by one plate on another plate. Large plates, two thin, large plates of surface density as shown. Find the gravitational pressure on them. Now, what we discussed for shell, that sphere, no? So let me bring application part. They're large plates. I am showing it in this way. So actually the diagram will be like this. You are seeing only cross-sectional view. This is a 3D diagram. If you're only seeing the side view. So shall we assume that one again? The force experienced by the plate 2 due to the field due to plate 1. So how shall we assume that plate 2 present in the field of plate 1? So how the field here will be? The E1, of course, this will be the E1 and this will be E2. I am not interested to show that E2. Let's assume that the plate 2 is present in the field of plate 1. The plate 2 is present in the field of plate 1. And what is the field due to plate? What is the field due to large sheet? 2 pi g sigma 1. Will I agree this? We have derived this formula by using Gauss and other thing. So I'll assume a small element here of mass of area dA, and it will have mass dm. So here, what is the field strength? E1. So this will experience a force. So the force experienced by that should be equal to E1 into dm. I'll assume that small elemental area of the sheet is present in the field produced by the plate 1. What is E1? E1 2 pi g sigma 1. Keep it here. Further 2 pi g sigma. What is dm? Sigma into dA. That df by dA 2 pi g sigma 1 sigma 2. What is df by dA? Is a gravitational pressure. Now, sir, what about on plate 1? Similarly, you can assume that the plate 1 is present in the field of plate 2. Solve it, you'll get the same thing. So this is nothing but I'll say gravitational pressure on plates. Application, you should be ready for questions of this kind. Let's take the next one. I think one question came, no? I think I gave in assignment. Find the force exerted. So I'll first second. I'll write that one. Find the force exerted by one of the thin shell on the other off. Let M be, let capital M be the mass and R be the radius of the shell. I think I gave in assignment. So what is my force exerted by one off of the thin shell on the other off? Okay, try this.
Sir? Sir?
Yes, somebody was calling me.
In the previous question, what did we end up with? The formula?
This one, 2 pi g. Did they answer, no?
Okay.
Okay, this one I'll write it answer. Okay, ma? Gravitational pressure on plates. Similarly, we can assume that plate 1 present in the field of plate 2. This would be the answer. No, I'm bringing the idea like this. Force exerted by one off on the other off. What do you mean by shell? I think draw a thin shell. The thin shell will be like this. There's a thin shell. I gave an assignment. I don't know how many of you tried it. It's not some numerical where you'll get answer. A deep thinking is needed. You have to really fight with the concept. For that, what happen? You need the idea of the large sheet. That much of hint is what I can give. And what is the thing? Is asked the force exerted by one off on the other off. So is it okay? I think this will become one hemisphere. This will become another hemispherical shell. Left off, force exerted by left off on the right off. Of course, net force on the shell is zero. What is asking? What force is exerted by the left off on the right off? How come? So it is as good as like a. It is as good as like a, these two things, no? This is having mass, right? There's a left. So this shell is having a mass, this shell is having mass, no? And they'll exert force on each other. That force is what he's asking. But we don't know the field due to hemispherical shell. Can you apply that? Yes. Okay, we'll do one thing. Hemispherical shell. I think we did only for solid hemisphere. Can you agree this? Trying to explore what all ideas you have first. Sir, I'll find out the field due to hemispherical shell. Okay, find out. Let's see any help of that we'll get at center. But where is other shell? Other shell is not, the mass of other shell will not be here, no, at point 2. If you cut like this, where is the mass of this right part of the shell? Will not be at O, no, will be somewhere here, no. So what we should do now? We should calculate the field. We should calculate field due to hemispherical shell in this region. I think it will be very difficult. The mathematics will not permit us. At point O, we can find out due to hemispherical shell. But again, what happens? You should draw a semicircle of radius capital R. You should draw a semicircle of radius capital R. Then at this particular point, you should calculate the field. You should assume a small element here on this hemispherical shell. Then at various points, you should calculate. I think this will be really, really, really very difficult. What is alternatives available? There's one integration approach. Okay, totally ruled out. What do you mean by large sheet? the idea of large sheet in terms of physics is what do you mean by large sheet? No beginning, no end. I agree. So what do you mean by large sheet? No beginning, no end. There's the meaning of large sheet, no? No beginning, no end. Agree this? Will agree this? If you say S, I think our 90% of problem got over. Last sheet here. Now, this thin shell is also similar to last sheet only. Because there's no beginning, no end. Where is the beginning for this? Nowhere is there. Where is the end? Nowhere is there. So then if I go and check it, no, the field will be produced by the thin shell. Let's analyze here. So what is the field at just on the point P here on the surface? We know we are very good in that. What is the field at point P? Just on the surface, gm by r square. Will I agree this? Gm by r square. In terms of sigma, if you bring in terms of sigma, so m is equal to sigma 4 pi r square. Four pi sigma g by r square. R will not be there, sorry. Yeah, 4 pi sigma g. Will I agree this? The field strength at point P. Now, what is the field strength at O? Is 0. So there's a background. Everyone knows, I think. What is the field inside the shell? Will be 0. Field just on the surface of the shell This one. So where is the point P? Point P is just on the surface. Means surface, no, just above it. Just above the surface you put it. Just. And I'm saying that what is the last sheet? No beginning, no end. I'll say that this is similar to last sheet. Now, how come field is zero? So if you look at actually how field is zero, if you look at this shell, because it's a no beginning, no end. So this will be like a shell. So this will be like a sheet. There's a point 2 and this was the point P. No? So let me call the surfaces as 1, 2, 3 like this. So let me call this surface is 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the field due to large sheet? E1 equal to E2, E3 equal to E4 should be equal to 2 pi G into sigma, or 2 pi. So this will be the field. No? How the field at point 2 is 0 means because of 2 and 3 is 0. Field at point P will be superposition of E2 and E4. Okay, now justified. This is another way of thinking. Thin shell means you can also think like it's like a last sheet only. Because what is the last sheet? No beginning, no end. You're also same thing. How field is 0? Because I think this was the biggest thing that was troubled you. No, I'm giving some very beautiful explanation. The field at point O is 0 because E3 and E2 will be equal and opposite. The field at point O is 0. What is the field strength at point P? Just outside the, just above the surface of point P, E2 and E4 will undergo superposition. We are getting the field. Okay, got this. So now, so let's get into the problem here. Like, what is the force exerted by the one off on the other off? For that, what I do is like, I'll take out a small elemental area. Field at point P just above the surface, or you can put on the surface, just above the surface. I think in limits, you better take it. R just above the surface, it will be GM by R square. On the surface, GM R square, just above, English language, just above. Suppose R equal to 10 centimeter, 10.0001 centimeter. Still the field will be GM by R square only. Now I'll go into the next one more idea. I removed a small surface. I think this will be cap, no? This cap, I removed a small surface here. So let that be dm. The field as usual, this will be E2, this will be E1, no? This will be E2 and E1. So this elemental surface dm, what will happen? When I remove that, will experience force due to this. Will experience a force, that this elemental surface. So what I'm asking is, you assume a one elemental, I think it will become a cap, not like a arc. So I think everywhere, not a ring. Somebody is saying it's a thin ring. No, this will become cap, spherical cap. When you remove that spherical cap, The spherical cap will assume a mass, will have a dm, that will explain force due to this, or else you can show that spherical cap here only. That spherical cap will explain force due to E2. So what is the force on that one? The force on that, force on small elemental area of mass dm is equal to df is equal to E2 into dm. What is the value of E2? What is the value of E2? Just now we have concluded, 2 pi sigma g into dm. What is the dm? Mass of that should be called sigma into dA. Okay, get this. This will be sigma into dA. So what is the gravitational pressure? No, gravitational pressure Gp is equal to df by dA. So this should be equal to 2 pi g sigma square. How do this pressure will act? Radially outward, radially invert at all points. Let me. This is all about the diagram. Nothing to say. Mathematics is very simple. It will be exerting force like this, the gravitational pressure. The force exerted by one off on the other off will be like this. See, like now this off, the left off will exert force on the right off by these arrows. Similarly, what are these arrows? Force experienced by the left off due to right off. Altogether, I'm showing it here. Okay, got this. So again, don't think, sir, nobody is here how this force will come. No, this force is what? This force, this half will exert force on this, and this half will exert force, and that arrows is what I'm showing it. Now, what is the effective net force will be? Gravitational pressure into effective area. What is the effective area? What is the effective area? It will see not 2 pi r square, it will be pi r square. This will come, I think, in fluid statics, no? When you go for that effective area, you look at the moon. So it's a solid sphere, but what is the effective area you are encountering? Like a disk, the similar thing, what happens here? This is some hard way of thinking. No, sir, this is something really very difficult. Okay, you can do one thing. You can try by another method because already you know field. So can we assume that I'll show by another method. This will be a little bit because all these ideas again when we go for electrostatics, no, there plenty of use will come. So the similar problem, let me solve by another method here. So this is a let me take a one ring, I'll assume it. Let me assume a ring. I didn't draw properly. Yeah. Okay, this I'm asking to assume a ring like this. Okay, this will subtend. Let this be theta, d theta. Let this be dx. Here again, the idea is same. If you take a thin shell, we'll get the field like this, no? E dash. The same problem I'm showing by another method. This will help us a lot. The previous one will little bit very difficult. This is what I feel very useful for you. So what is this? This is a thin circular strip. There's everything is a shell. So shall we say that this E dash, shall I bring it here, radially inward, and it will make angle theta. Similarly, E dash should also come here at this particular point. Here also it should come. So I'm just showing that. So what is E dash? What is E dash? First, the value of E dash, 2 pi sigma into G. What is the net field? 4 pi sigma G. So E dash is what will produce this particular thing, this element. Here I am assuming that one. Now let's get into this one here. So what is the force acting on that element? dF, force on the circular strip. Force on the circular strip should be E dash into dm. What is E dash? Already we know value. Sigma into 2 pi sigma into G. dm, what is the mass of that one? Sigma into dA. What is dA? Area of that circular strip. I think it will be quite easy, no? So what is that area? 2 pi sigma. What is dA? dA should be equal to 2 pi r into ds. So what is dl? I'll write it. What is dl? dl will be r d theta. Okay, now I think some very important thing. How do this force will act? You have to bring your this force is a vector quantity, no? On the ring, the force at every point, the force is acting in this direction. I don't know, three-dimensional not possible. At least at 2 points, I'll show it. Better to show at 2 points. This will be E dash, and this is the circular strip. What will happen to X component? What will happen to Y component of the force? Will cancel out, no? Only the X component will get added up, no? So when I write dF, what it should be? E dash cos theta or E dash dm. If you intentionally, I just left it so that you should think here, because if I write it, no, you feel okay, some mathematics it has come. How the field will be acting radially? Now which force component of you resolve this force? So there are two forces will come, no? I'll give the diagram. I think most of you are not able to understand. E dash cos theta will come like this. Okay, I'll give two diagrams. In different planes, we'll make observation of this. This is a circular strip. That E dash cos theta will be in this direction. Already, I think this you have come across the force of interaction between the ring and the rod. This is one thing. What about E dash sine theta? E dash sine theta will act radially inward. Everywhere it will be radially inward. This is what E dash sine theta. At all points, E dash cos theta. So what is this force? E dash sin theta, due to E dash sin theta, the net force on the circular ship should be zero, no? Due to E dash cos theta will get added up. Go back to the ring and the rod interaction. So therefore, is it writing E dash dm or E dash cos theta? E dash cos theta. Agreed, all of you? This is what mistake usually students will do here, because they don't draw diagrams. Until unless you don't draw diagram here, not possible. What is this? This is a circular strip, which blue color. In different planes, you should make observation. So that cos theta should be brought here. Sigma into dA. Sigma into dA. What is dA? 2 pi r r d theta. So here also one cos theta will come. What is smaller? Smaller we assumed it here. So sine theta, 2 pi r. Okay, one more, because dl also we have introduced, no? I'll remove it. Okay, directly we'll write theta, r d theta. What is sine theta? Smaller by capital R. So smaller, shall I write it? Capital R sine theta. So this will become df is equal to 2 pi sigma g cos theta 2 pi r sine theta r d theta.
So there should be another sigma.
One more sigma will come here, no?
Yes, sir.
Here it should be there, no? Yeah. Sigma into, this is 2 pi r r d theta. Before 2 pi should come. Check it everything. So here smaller I should replace, no? Smaller is r sine theta from this triangle here. Okay, this will become 4 pi, okay, 2 pi square sigma square g 2 sine theta r square is also there. Look at this. Those who are not having that pressure effective area, no, that is alternative. Now what should be the limit? 2 pi square sigma square g r square, everything. Okay, what should be the limit now? The limit I'm going to put 0 to 90 degrees. So this will be minus cos 2 theta.
Sir, minus cos 2 theta by 2, no, sir.
Two will be there here. So this will become everything 2 pi square sigma square r square g. Is it same answer? Check it, same answer. Yes, the same answer, no? So I suggest you, this method will help us a lot when we go for application.
Sir, initially we have to take 2e cos theta dm, no, sir.
Oh, is it force acting at only 2 points or at everywhere on the circumference?
Everywhere, sir.
Everywhere. Huh? Then E dash cos theta into dm, no? What is the dm? Dm is mass of this. I think the mathematics
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
So that's why I don't want to show this E dash because this will mislead students. I'll take it out. Just can be asked in exam. Force exit by one off on the other off. So what is the idea here? That we are assuming that, what is our assumption? We are assuming that the right shell, right off of the shell is present in the field of the left off of the shell. Okay, I think I just spent enough of these things, no? So almost all basic ideas I gave it. So what do you mean by last sheet? Okay, no. So like, but where is the last sheet? I'm not saying. What do you mean by last sheet here? No beginning, no end. This thin shell will behave like a last sheet only. That's why the field inside is zero. How it is zero? Because E dash, these two will cancel out, you see. And this is something very important. Why I'm stressing this? The same idea I'll bring again in electrostatics. The same idea again I'll bring in electromagnetism. The same idea again I'll bring in surface tension. At several places, this idea will be brought here. So let's learn in the beginning now only. We'll be on safer side. Okay, this is about the overall, the gravitational pressure. Any application problems can also be asked here. Not only pressure on the sphere, everything on the shells like this also it can come. Now let's take some application problem. I'll go back to the our, I think time is there, no? One problem will take it. This is some, for Kepler's law, there's one question I'm taking it. Okay, let's discuss this one. Yeah. Very nice problem. So some collision is bringing in this. Read the question now. If you see this gravitational pressure, 3 times they've asked. We don't have much discussion in the book. That's why I gave some application problems like this. Be careful. Please do revise. A meteorite of mass m collides with a satellite of mass 10m. I'll begin. This is circular orbit. So there's a center about a planet. Planet, I'll show it here. It's center. Mass of planet, MP, you write it. So this is moving in a circular orbit. Mass of satellite of mass 10m. It is moving in a orbital velocity r0 here. In a circular path of radius capital R. Is it okay? Mass of planet here. And there is a meteoroid. Mass 10m. Due to collides and gets stuck to it, perfectly narrow collision. He is asking this initial speed. This is a meteoroid. This is a meteoroid. No. Where the satellite, that 10m is satellite here. It will collide after collision. So let the speed of this after collision, let it be, say, before collision, let it be v. This V is unknown thing that has to be determined. Perfect inelastic collision occurs. After perfect inelastic collision, what will happen to this after collision? They'll get stuck. Then in what action? No, meteorite is M. Yes, yeah, visible now. I could not see properly. Meteorite mass is M. So after collision, what happen? It'll become 11M. How do you expect this to move? How do the combine now will move here? I think this really it happens in our perpendicular is telling no. Or diagram is given. So let's assume that diagram is given. Diagram is given. Let's assume that there's a diagram situation given. I think I'll make this as a diagram for the given question. Okay, fine. Let it collide like this. What do you expect after this? How do it will move? Let me shift here. I can write all the equations. The planet, you don't bother. It will be there only. Nothing will happen. The satellite motion, how it will be. I think we should apply conservation of linear momentum. So here also, yes, we can apply conservation of linear momentum. Or the velocity of this satellite should be somewhere like this. No, it should be. The velocity of satellite should come somewhere like this. V1. Why? Because conservation of linear momentum you applied. Then with respect to that, it will make an angle theta. Then how do it will move? It's going to move in an elliptical orbit. So some rough diagram whose minimum distance from the planet is r/2.
So that initial point should be apogee, sir.
What you're saying? Okay, this is something smaller. It will become.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, r/2. No, so it should be like this, huh? Yeah, r/2. Okay, now we can and that this distance is what is telling r/2. So this should be the at foci. I think some rough diagram I am bringing it. Will not appear. It's not appearing good. Huh? Elliptical orbit. Okay, I think a little bit now fine. And this is r/2. So here it will have the velocity, say v2. Okay, apply now all the things. What all? So let's apply conservation of, and it will make an angle theta with this one. So let's apply conservation of linear momentum first. So what was the initial momentum along x-axis? mv is equal to final momentum 11m v1 sine theta. Theta is unknown. We assumed it. So therefore v is equal to 11 v1 sine theta. Along y-axis, initial momentum of satellite along y-axis, the initial momentum of satellite 10 mv0 and final momentum 11 mv1 cos theta. So cancelling m, 10 v0 equal to 11 v1 cos theta. Okay, these are some hard equations what we have from call equation 192. Any other equations can we write? Applying conservation of angular momentum. Between what? Between the collision point and the perigee and apogee. This will become, shall we give some name? Like, shall we call this as apogee? Now applied. So according to conservation of linear momentum, conservation of angular momentum about planet 11 m v1 cos theta into r should be equal to 11 m v2 r by 2. From where this is brought? Conservation of angular momentum about the planet. So 11 v1 cos theta, r will get cancelled. So 11 v2 by 2. 11 also get cancels, no? Here. This is the equation 3. Together we'll call equation 3. Any other equations shall we write? Conservation of mechanical energy. What is the mechanical energy? It will be minus g mass of planet 11 m r plus 11 m v1 square by 2 r by 2 plus 11 m v2 square by 2. But mass of planet mp, no, that mass of planet is mp, we assumed it. In terms of that, we'll try to bring the answer. What is orbital speed? So where all gmp is there, you can write v0 square r, so that you can bring into the picture. So this will be v0 square r equal to, so this equation. Solving all this will get the required answer. So I think, say the moment elliptical orbit comes, you take it for granted. Conservation of angular, conservation of mechanical. Any collision are there, conservation of linear momentum. Conservation of linear momentum, conservation of, this is conservation of mechanical energy. See, all fundamental ideas, just the problem revolves around all the fundamental ideas. The answer 58. This is very often it happens, no? So I think these are the biggest problems what we face when we launch satellite. When we launch satellite, what is the meteorite? Here better you can say cosmic dust. So therefore, the surface of satellite open is so designed that the dust should not catch on it. That's why you can see like a very smooth shining it is made. The reason for that, any dust should not catch. If it catches dust, no, its momentum will change. And instead of circular orbit, it may revolve like this here. So these are some technical problems. Inelastic means what happens? The dust will catch it. Even some meteoroids, no? Usually most of the meteoroids will be hard. They come and collide. So here they just brought meteoroid for your understanding purpose. But practical it become a dust. The dust also will be in motion outside that one. So that dust open catches, no? It will change the course of the satellite here. What is the cost of satellite? Around 70 to 80 crores. It's not a small amount, no? It should be protected, no? So we do have all such practical problems for the satellite in space. Okay, I agree this. So there's a tomorrow I'll continue almost. I think the most of the ideas I covered it. Only the extra numericals we have to work out here. All different numericals. Okay, tomorrow we'll go for all different types of numericals. Few more. The theory, everything is got over. You can pick up now any numerical and you can work out. Tomorrow let's go for that one. Maximum, I'll if I solve, it'll take time. I'll write only equations. I'll end up the answer. You verify it. Tomorrow we'll try to wind up maximum numericals. All good application problems I'll bring. Okay, thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Okay, thank you all of you. Take care, bye, see you.